Welcome back to another episode of 40 Facts About the 40K Universe. I am your host, Gersh1, and today we're going to be talking about the Eldar, specifically one of the most badass constructs that they have, the Wraith Knight. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. We post Warhammer 40K lore videos every single day. If you have any suggestions for topics, please let me know what they are in the comment section below. And if you enjoy our content, thank our patrons on Patreon. It is because of them that we can do this. Link in the description if you guys want to support us. It's just $1 a month. But with that said, let's get into 40 facts on the Wraith Knight. For the Eldar, death doesn't guarantee respite from war. With the guidance of a spirit seer, the soul of an Eldar warrior can separate itself from the infinity circuit of a craft world and flow into the spirit stone of a robotic wraith construct. The combat walker is then animated with the soul essence of the dead, becoming a ghost warrior, and the Eldar serves its craft world once more. There is one unique ghost warrior that houses not only the soul of an Eldari, but also requires a living pilot to help control the massive construct. This dangerous combat walker is known as a Wraith Knight, and beyond the need of two Eldar, this destructive weapon requires the souls of identical twins, not just simple pilots. Eldar identical twins are unlike any other creature in the galaxy. The psychic link between the rare pair of these Eldari is comparable to two atomic particles in quantum entanglement. While alive, these gifted individuals can sense the proximity, the mood, and even the thoughts of their counterparts with the ease that a normal Eldari could feel the sun on his skin or the wind in his hair. It is a bond made more powerful by the Eldar superior connection to the warp. This etheric bond is so strong that should one of the twins die before the other, the surviving brother or sister will often fade away in sympathy. When such a soul-reaving loss has taken place, the surviving twin will sacrifice what is left of his life to pilot a Wraith Knight. The essence of the dead twin will be transferred into a large spirit stone in the chest of the giant ghost warrior, while the surviving sibling enters a near-permanent battle trance within the fitted cavity behind the breastplate. The clarity of thought provided by the living twin ensures that the construct moves with the speed typical of an Eldari, while the psychic link between the pilot and his departed sibling allows him to commune with not only the animated force of his twin, but also the spirits of the former incubants that have controlled the construct's long-limbed form. The great measure of control afforded by these combined minds gives the pilot mastery over the construct's psychically powered weapon systems and affords the war machine an acrobatic grace that belies its massive size. Dominating the battlefield, the Wraith Knight looks down upon its foe like a vengeful god of war. Armed with either massive energy cannons or a colossal blade and a shield for melee combat, this giant ghost warrior can unleash blazing destruction or charge in to carve apart its foes. In many ways, the Wraith Knight embodies the symbol of the cyclical nature of reality for the Eldari, the curving discs that embody a portion of death within life and a fragment of life within death. Their contoured shells house the spirit of the wakeful dead in much the same way that a lesser ghost warrior does, though the armored chest each holds a living Eldari pilot. It is known that each Wraith Knight is capable of incredible feats of heroism, for it is they who are at the forefront of the quest for the new spirit stones. By passing through forbidden portals and traversing the shattered multidimensional spars of the webway, Wraith Knights can emerge onto the surface of Crone worlds, where the nature of real space shears with that of the warp. It is the metaphysical friction of this unnatural union that causes reality itself to bleed, each drop of psychic energy crystallizing into a new spirit stone. Only a Wraith Knight could endure the warp-touched environments and the demonic infestations that plague these planets and return with their bounties intact. Those mortals who embark upon such perilous missions risk not only their life, but also their eternal souls. Only the Wraith Knights have the power and the resistance necessary to harvest a clutch of spirit stones and still escape from the nightmarish dimension of the Crone worlds. As the end of days approaches and the instances of birth become ever more eclipsed by the reports of death, fewer and fewer pairs of Eldari twins are born upon each craft world. A great many Wraith Knight pilots are recruited from Revenant Titan helmsmen who have lost their twins in battle and driven to regain their kinship whatever the cost, giving themselves over to the twilight life of a Wraith Knight pilot. As unsettling as it may be, it is whispered that some craft world councils are removing the option of choice from such individuals. Desperate times call for desperate measures, and so should a pair of twins be too attached to the light of the living world, it is possible to steer them towards darker fates. What this means is that the Seer Council will attempt to take the time to explain the honor and duty that the twins hold in not only defending their craft world by sacrificing their lives to animate a Wraith Knight, but in collecting spirit stones and allowing the future generations of Eldar to receive salvation from She Who Thirsts. In many ways, a set of newborn twins are seen as the sacrificial lambs of the Eldari race. From the very beginning, this is a truth that all Eldar parents must come to terms with. Some craft worlds teach the twins to adopt a selfless mindset in order to prepare them for their future. To an Imperial onlooker, this may seem like brainwashing or indoctrination, but to the Eldar, it is a duty and a path that all sets of twins must face. This grim fate has led to some rare instances of twins walking the path of the outcast and becoming corsairs instead of returning to their craft world and giving up their lives for the good of their people. This is obviously looked down upon by the Eldari as a selfish act. In some instances, one of the twins will be ready and willing to give up their lives, but the other will take the path of the outcast, splitting the pair and damning both for a life of unbalance. In this instance, the honorable twin may search for his brother or sister, but their connection in the galaxy will make this process both challenging and inevitable. The twins' relationship will more than likely never be the same, and the emptiness they feel from being apart may be worse than the original sacrifice. For the twins that gladly take on the sacrifice, they become looming ghost warriors, many times larger than even the mighty Wraith Lords, a war machine that is still dexterous enough to run through ruins of a shattered city, leaping from pillar to spar with their arcane weapons, bringing oblivion to the enemies of the Eldari. Each carries either a pair of heavy wraith cannons, their lengthy form capable of sending their target straight into the hellish dimension of the warp, a sun cannon, powerful enough to obliterate a platoon of human soldiers in a single blast of roiling plasma, or a great ghost glaive and a scatter shield to engage even the demon lords of chaos in single combat. For the living pilot of the Wraith Knight that can no longer return to his craft world, for the sorrow that comes with losing their twin is too much to bear, the call of the Scathach Wraith Knight beckons them. Scathach Wraith Knights are a grim breed of Wraith Knights that dwell in the webway, forever communing with their infinity circuit of their war construct in order to stay connected with their brother or sister. These sad but powerful beings protect the webway from intrusion and rarely emerge into real space, only to aid Eldar forces in the brink of defeat or to defend the threatened webway portals. Equipped with complex webway shunt generators and rare specialized weapons such as the Death Shroud Cannon and the Inferno Lance, Scathach Knights are few in number, but devastating in battle. And those were 40 facts on the Wraith Knight. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, share it with your friends. I've said this before in the past, but Eldar have never been a race that has interested me. When I started playing 40K, I looked at them and I thought, they're kind of lame. Eldar and fantasy never interest me. Pointy-eared humans, it's just like, kind of like half-assing a Xeno race. So I always gravitated towards like the real Xenos, the Tyranids, the Orcs, the Tau. Not so much the pointy-eared humans who are basically humans. They're moody humans, basically. But once the Sound Alchemist started or said he was going to play Eldar, I got interested in the lore because I wanted to learn about the tabletop and then obviously the lore. And yeah, reading some of the Eldar lore, they're cool. They're very fantastical. The whole fact that twins are ever connected, and basically a Wraith Knight. When you look at a Wraith Knight, you should think there is a human inside of that sarcophagus with their dead brother or sister, and that's kind of sick and kind of grimdark. But it sheds or it creates ideas in your head too, because I really like the concept of that whole Corsair idea, where like the twins have to run away, otherwise one of them is going to be sacrificed, or one of the twins is searching for the other twin, and then it becomes a situation like Kylo Ren and what's her name? Shit, from Star Wars. I'm blanking. My mind is blanking. She's the main character. But yeah, her. It's gonna come to me later. But it's kind of like that same connection where they're connection because of the Force, and they're just communing. So I'm assuming that that's what it would be like if two set of Eldar twins separated from each other, and one of them is trying to run away and the other one's trying to catch him. Like it's just Kylo Ren and is it Ren? I forget her name. Damn, I'm gonna have to look it up. Comment down in the comment section below if you remember her name. I feel like it should be easier. But yeah. before I ramble any more about Star Wars, if you guys have suggestions about any other topics about the Eldar, let me know in the comment section below. Any topics about 40K or any questions, comment down below. And thanks so much for listening, guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow. This was Gershwin with One Mind Syndicate signing out.
Oh, if you could put my